1.2 Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic. Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic. So fundamental theorem of arithmetic is nothing but if we are taking any composite number, we can express into product of primes in a unique way. We can express each and every composite number in a prime factorization in a unique way. So it is called a fundamental theorem of arithmetic. For example, I am taking a number 12. If I want to do prime factorization of 12, 2 into 6, 2 into 3. We can write 12 as 2 times 2 square into 3 power 1. So this is the prime factorization of the number 12. So we can represent 12 as 2 square into 3 power 1. This is only the way. We can't write other than like this, other than prime factorization. Okay. So the prime factorization is always in a unique way. So 12 equal to 2 square into 3 power 1 or 3 power 1 into 2 square. So we will get only the prime factors 2 and 3. So if we are taking another number, so that is 36. If we are taking 36, 2 into 18, 2 into 9, 3 into 3. We can write this 36 equal to 2 power 2. 2 times 2 into 2 square into 3 power 2. So 3 square into 2 square or 2 square into 3 square. So this is the prime factorization of 36. We can write in this way only. We can't represent 36 as other prime factorization. So the prime factorization is always unique way. Okay. So this is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay. So based on this theorem, we will do some problems. So page number 9, exercise 1.2. Exercise 1.2 problems we will discuss once. So first, express each of the following numbers as a product of its prime factors, as a product of its prime factors, So first one 140, second 156, third 3825, fourth 5005, fifth 7429. So we must write these are prime factorization. Okay, these 4 numbers. So first one 140, we divide into prime factorization. 2 into 70, 140. 2 into 35 equal to 70. 5 into 7, 35. Now 140 equal to 2 into 2, 2 square, only 5, 5 power 1, only 7, 7 power 1. So this is the unique prime factorization of number 140. Next, second 156. 156, I am taking 156. 2 into 7, 14, 1, 16, 7, 2 into 8, 16. Again 2. 2 into 3, 6, 1, 8, 18, 2 into 9, 18. Now 3. 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 3, 9. So now 13 is a prime number, we can't divide. 156 equal to 2 square into 3 power 1 into 13 power 1. So this is the unique way of representation of the 156 prime factorization. Next, third 3825. 3825 number I am taking. So the last digit is 5. If the last digit is either 5 or 0, it is divisible by 5. So 5. 5 into 7, 35, 3, 32, 5 into 6, 30, 2, 5, 5 into 5, 25. So 5 into 7, 35, 3, 32, 5 into 6, 30, 2, 2, 5, 25, 5 into 5, 25, again 5. So 5 into 1, 5, 2, 26, 5 into 5, 25, 1, 15, 5 into 3, 15. Again 5 into 15, 75, 1, 15, 5 into 3, 15. So 3 into 5, 15, 3 into 1, 3, again 3 into 1, 3, 2, 1, 21, 3 into 7, 21. 17 is prime number, so we stop here. 3, 8, 2, 5 equal to 5 2 times 5 square, 3 2 times 3 square into 17 1 times 17 power 1. So this is the prime factorization of the number 3825. Okay, next 5005 number. 5005. 5005. If we are taking the number 5005, I am taking last digit is 5. I want to take 5. 5 into 1, 5, 0, 0, 1. So 1001. So is it cancel with anything first? So square root of 13, 1000, nearly 30, 31. So before 31 any number will cancel. I want to check. It won't cancel with 2. It won't cancel with 3. So 3, because sum of the digits is equal to, it is not divisible by 3, so it won't be divisible by 3. So it won't divisible by 5. So check with 7. 7 into 2, 14. 7 into 1, 7, 30. 7 into 4, 7 into 4, 28. 30 minus 28 to 21. 7 into 3, 21. So 7 into 1, 7, 3, 30. 7 into 4, 28. 30 minus 28 to 21. 7 into 3, 21. So now, so it won't be divisible by 7. So later 11. 11 into 1, 11. 3, 33. 11 into 3, 33. So 5, 7, 11, 13. So this 13 is prime number. So it will be left. So 5005 equal to 5 power 1, 7 power 1, 11 power 1, 13 power 1. So this is the required result. Okay, now next question is 7429. Fifth one. 7429. 7429 number I am taking. So since it is odd, it won't be divisible by 2. So I want to check whether it is divisible by 3. I want to check. 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2. 11 plus 2, 13. 13 plus 9, 22. So 22 not divisible by 3. So this number is also not divisible by 3. One more time. 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 9, 22. Won't be divisible by 3. So this number is also not divisible by 3. Okay, next. It won't be divisible by 5. It won't be divisible by 5 because the last digit is 9. It is not 0, not 5. So it won't be divisible by 5. So check for next prime 7. 7 into 1, 7, 6, 42. It won't be divisible by 7 also. So after 7, the next number is, the next prime number is 11. After 7, next prime number 11. 11 into 7 plus 2, 11, 9, 4 plus 9, 13. So this is 11, this is 13, difference 2. So it won't be divisible by 11. So according to the divisibility of principle of 11, it won't be divisible by 11. So next 13, 7, 4, 2, 9, 13 into 1, 13 into 5, 65, 92. So 92, 13 into 6, 78, 14, 149. Okay, 13 into 5. I want to check 13 into 5, 65, 9, 92. 13 into 7, 91, 19. So it won't be divisible by 13 also. So next prime number 17. I want to check for 17. 17 into 4 68. 68 6 62. 62 means 17 into 3 51. 11 119 into 7. 17 into 7 119. So once I want to check this one. 437 into 17. 7 into 7 49 4. 7 into 3 21 plus 4 25. 7 into 4 28 plus 2 30. 437. 9. 7 plus 5 12. 1. 1 plus 3 4. 4 plus 3 7. 7 4 2 9. So it is divisible by 17. So next 437. Before 17, whatever the prime, it won't be divisible. So 437 won't be divisible by any prime less than 17. Already we checked up to 17. So now I want to check for 17. 17 into 234 97 won't be divisible. So I want to check 19. I want to check 19 into 2 38 5 57. 19 into 3 57. So it is divisible by 19. So 7 4 2 9 equal to 17 power 1 into 19 power 1 into 23 power 1. So this is the required answer. So it is divisible by, so it is the prime factorization of 7 4 2 9. Okay, so we can write in a unique way 17 into 19 into 23. We can change the order. We may change the order 19 into 17 into 23. But this prime factorization is always unique way. So order may be, we may interchange, but it won't be matter. It is not a matter. But so the powers of primes, the product of primes powers should be always fixed. Okay, next. So second question, find the LCM and HCF of the integers of the prime factorization method. So LCM and HCF. Find LCM and HCF of numbers with prime factorization. So we want to do this one with prime factorization method. So first one 12 15 21. So I want to do this one with a prime factorization method. So 12 2 into 6 12, 2 into 3 15, 3 into 5 21, 3 into 7. Now 12 equal to 2 into 2 into 3, 15 equal to 3 into 5, 21 equal to 3 into 7. So I want to take HCF first. HCF is nothing but among all these, what is common? So in this 3, in this 3, in this 3. So in all these 3 numbers, all these 3 prime factorization, 3 is common. So then we must choose the common things, common numbers. So 3, 3, 3, so 3. So anything, any other common? No. So just simply HCF equal to 3. Now LCM equal to, so first I want to take common 3. So after taking common, in the remaining anything, if we are taking any 2 common also we are taking common. So this is already done. The remaining 2 to 5 7, anything common? No. So we write all the remaining 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. So 7 into 2 14 into 10 140 into 3 420. So this is the LCM. Okay, so we need to choose whether all are common, we are taking that one, that is HCF. if all are common, whatever the common things we are taking and remaining things we are writing, so the product of all these, it is called LCM. Next, 17, 23, 29. Second, 17, 23, 29. So here 17 is a prime number, we can write 17 as 17 only. 23 is the prime number, we can write 23 as 23. 29 is also prime number, we can write 29 as 29. So now HCF, all these are prime numbers, there won't be any common, so HCF 1. LCM, so nothing common, we write remaining 1 into, nothing common means 1, 17 into 23 into 29. So already we wrote 17 into 23, okay, in this 17, 19, 23, but we need 17 into 23 into 29. So 17 into 23, 23, 17, 17 into 3, 51, 17 into 2, 34 plus 5, 39. The product of 23 and 17 is 391, and with 29. 9 into 1, 9, 9 into 9, 81, 9 into 3, 27 plus 8, 35. So 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 9, 18, 1, 2 into 3, 6 plus 1, 7, 9, 2 plus 1, 3, 5 plus 8, 13, 1, 8 plus 3, 11. So answer 1, 1, 3, 3, 9. So this is the LCM. So nothing common means simply we are taking the numbers are 8, 9, 25. So 8, 9, 25. First I am taking the number 8. So 8 equal to 2 into 2 into 2, prime factorization. 2 into 2, 4 into 2, 8. 9, 3 into 3, 25, 5 into 5. So this is prime factorization. So now HCF. If we observe HCF, there won't be any common in 8, 9, 25. In prime factorizations of 8, 9, 25, in this only 2, in this only 3, in this only 5, nothing is common. Okay, so nothing common means simply we are taking HCF 1. So LCM equal to, so here also there won't be any common in at least 2 also. So simply I want to take 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. So this will be equal to 5 into 2, 10, 5 into 2, 10. 100. 3 into 3, 9 into 2, 18. 18 into 100, 1800. So this is the LCM. So this is the LCM of the numbers 8, 9, 25. Next, fourth, 72 and 108. 72 and 108. So 72 I want to write. Here I want to write 108. 72. 2 into 36. 72. 2 into 18. 2 into 9. 3 into 3. So 2 into 54. 2 into 27. 2 into not 2. 3 into 9. 3 into 3. So 72 equal to 2 power 3 into 3 power 2. Next, 108 equal to 2 power 2, 3 power 3. So HCF. If we are finding HCF, observe in this prime factorization of 72, 2 cube and 3 square. 108, 2 square, 3 cube. So the prime factors are 2 and 3 only. Among these prime factors, observe the powers 2, 2, 3, 3. If we need HCF, the powers of whatever the primes we are taking in the common primes, so we need to take least powers. So this is 2 cube, this is 2 square. In this, what is the least power? This is 2 power 3, 2 power 2. 2 power 2 is the least. So we are taking 2 power 2 into. This is 3 power 2, this is 3 power 3. In this least 3 square, we write 3 square. So this is the way to do HCF. 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 9 into 4 36. Now LCM. So this is the reverse to HCF. Previously we took the least power, but here we must take the more power. So this is 2 cube 2 square. Among these, between these two, 2 cube is the greater power. So I am writing 2 cube into 3 square 3 cube. In this 3 cube is bigger, so we write a 3 cube. So 2 cube 8, 3 cube 27, 27 into 8 216. So this is the LCM. So this is the way to do the find the LCM. Okay. Next, fifth question. Fifth one is 306657. 306 and 657. 306 here I am taking, 657 here I am taking. So 2 1 5 3 3 5 151 3 17. So here we are taking 3 2 1 9 3 7 3 73. So 73 is the prime number. That's why we can't do anything about it. Now 306 equal to 2 power 1, 3 power 2, 17 power 1. 657 equal to, so 657 equal to 3 square into 73 power 1. So HCF equal to, if we observe these two, what is the common thing? So here 2 is the prime factor, it doesn't contain 2, so just neglect about 2. Here 3 is the prime factor, here also 3 prime factors. Now we observe 3's. Okay, so the power of 3 2, power of 3 2, so least always 2, so 3 square is the HCF 9. So here it is 17, here it is 73, no common. So it is not, so this is 17, this is 73, these are different, so we won't get a common. So HCF equal to only common 3 power, least power 2, 3 square equal to 9. Now LCM equal to, so first I want to take common 3 square. I want to write the remaining 2 into 17 into 73. Okay, already 73 into 9, 657 into 34. 657 into 2 into 17, 34. 4 into 7, 28. 4 into 5, 20 plus 2, 22. 4 into 6, 24 plus 2, 26. Next, 3 into 7, 21. 3 into 5, 15 plus 2, 17. 3 into 6, 18 plus 1, 19. So, if we add 8, 3, 13, 12, 1 plus 1, 2. So, 8 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 7 plus 6, 13, 1 plus 9, 10 plus 2, 12, 1 plus 1, 2. So, 2, 2, 3, 8. 2, 2, 3, 8. 2, 2, 3, 8. So, this is the LCM. Okay. So, to find the HCF, just simply how many numbers are given, we must choose the prime factors. Among all these common prime factors, the least power prime factor, so we take and the product is called HCF. If we are finding a LCM, first we need to take common factors. Okay, ladder the remaining itself also multiplied. Then the resulting is called LCM. Okay, next. Check whether 6 power n. Check whether 6 power n can end with a digit 0. Can end with digit 0 for any natural number n. Natural number n. So whether 6 power n is divisible by, okay, end with 0, digit 0 for any natural number n. So if you are taking powers of 6, 6 power 1 equal to 6, 6 power 2 equal to 36, so 6 power 3 equal to 216, 6 power 4 equal to 1296, like this. If we multiplied 6 powers, so observe all the digits end with 6 only. All the digits end with, so it won't be 6 power n end with digit 6 but not 0. So it end with digit 6 but not 0. I want to do in another way. So 6 power n equal to 6, I can write as 2 into 3 whole power n. So 2 power n into 3 power n. So 6 power n having prime factors only 2 and 3. If a number is end with 0, compulsory the prime factor should be 2 and 5. So 5 is the prime factor. Any number 6 power n has prime factors only 2 and 3. So any number end with 0 has prime factor 5. So any number end with 0, prime factor should be 5. So it doesn't contain prime factor 5. So 6 power n doesn't contain prime factor 5. So therefore 6 power n won't end with digit 0. So this is the solution. Okay, similar kind of question. Sixth question. Which digit would occupy the units place of 6 power 100? Which digit would occupy which digit would occupy the units place of 6 power 100 which digit would occupy the unit place of 6 power 100? Okay, so we are taking 6 power 1 equal to 6, end digit 6. 6 power 2 36, so end digit 6. 6 power 3 216, end digit 6. 6 power 4 1296, end digit 6. So if we observe, the unit digit is nothing but when we are multiplying a number, the unit digit is multiplied by unit digit. The resulting unit digit is always the product of unit digits. So 6 powers 6 into 6 always 36. So always the unit digit is always 6. So whatever the 6 power, the unit digit must be 6. Okay, therefore 6 power 100 unit place is 6. So this is the solution. Okay, next, fourth question. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13, 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13, and 7 into 6 into 5 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. Why these numbers are composite numbers? Okay, solution. So first I am taking 7 into 11 into 13 into 13 plus 13. So if it is into, so it should be a single term. 7 into 11 into 13 up to this one term, another 13 second term. So if we are taking these two terms, so this 7, 11, 13, this is only 13. In these two terms 13 is common. If we are taking 13 common, 7 into 11 plus 1. Okay, whatever the result in the brackets, whatever the result which is in the brackets. Okay, so this is some number and this is 13. Product of two distinct numbers. Product of two numbers. Okay, so that's why it is a composite number. So that's why it is a composite number. So in other words, so 13 into 78. So 78 I want to do prime factorization. 13 into 6, 2 into 3 equal to 2 power 1, 3 power 1, 13 power 2. We can write it is in the prime factorization in a unique way. So therefore it is composite number. Next, second, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. So up to this one term, this is another term. Up to this one term, this is another term. So this is what 1, 2, 3. So the product up to this one 7, 20. So if we are taking 5 common, so what we will get 144. So 7 into 6 42. 42, 2 into 3, 6 into 4, 24, into 6, 144, 144 into 7, 144 into 7, 7 into 4, 28, 2, 7 into 4, 28, plus 2, 33, 7 into 1, 7 plus 3, 10. So 1008. So if we are multiplying with 5, 5040 we will get. Okay, 100. If we are taking 5 common, so 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. So this is equal to 1008 plus 1 equal to 5 into 1009. So 1009, if we are taking, I want to prime factorization of 1009. So 1009 is a prime number. So we can write a product of prime numbers. So it is also composite number. So this is also composite number. Okay. So if we are taking common, then we will get some result. It is a composite number. Next, question number 5. The fifth question is, how will you show that? 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 17 into 11 into 2. 17 into 11 into 2 plus 17 into 11 into 5. 11 into 5 is a composite number. Is a composite number. Explain. So we need to prove it is a composite number. So how we will prove? Solution. So first 17 into 11 into 2, this is one term, plus 17 into 11 into 5. So in this is one term, this is another term. With these two terms, 17 into 11 common. If we are taking 17 into 11 common, 2 plus remaining 2, in this remaining 5 equal to 17 into 11 into 2 plus 5, 7. So this is the product of primes. Therefore, it is a composite number. This is the end of the exercise.